How did that clone trooper? Okay, let's talk about episode 2. How did that clone trooper not know who he was?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dad's Dagobah. Here's episode 2 of Kenobi. Nobody wants to watch a 2-hour video of us talking about these, so let's break it up. So thanks, everyone. Here's episode 2. All right. So he gets to, what is it? It's Daiyu.
Dantooine.
Yeah, Dantooine.
Tatooine?
Dantooine, Utapau, Daiyu, Daimyo of Tatooine. He gets to Daiyu.
The dyad in the Force. Sorry, that joke ended. He gets there and finds her immediately.
No, he doesn't.
Well, how long does it take him?
He
2
has to-
scenes?
He does find her rather quickly, but first we got a lot of stuff going on. We see the Tamira Morrison cameo.
That was fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun little cameo to see.
But didn't recognize Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, did not.
General
But he
in the
looked like he was
Clone
part of
Army.
the 501st. He was part of that clone. Basically, we can assume was part of the purge of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I have a hard time believing he wouldn't know who Obi-Wan was.
That's what I'm saying.
Ridiculous. Then he goes and gets a drug deal going, and he got some spice for free, which terrible drug dealer, just handing out free drugs.
That's his daughter in real life. Did you see that?
That's Ewan McGregor's daughter in real life. I did see that.
I thought we would at least see some death sticks, but oh well, that's fine.
Okay, but then we get the fake Jedi stuff, which I thought was really funny.
I thought it was funny, but also, yeah, I guess I'm a little confused about that whole scene, but we can talk about it. Yeah, it's played by what's his name?
I wouldn't even try to pronounce it.
He had something funny. He said, I was always mad at my cousin when we were kids because he always had the cool action figures. Oh, I think I win that battle because now he's an actual Jedi. Yeah, at first I thought, oh, he's a real Jedi. He's kind of out in the open, though. This is kind of strange. And then as soon as he started asking for credits, I was like, oh, okay, he's a fake Jedi. And do you think Obi-Wan at first thought he was a real Jedi? Or do you think he knew all along?
I
seemed like it took him a little bit before he's like, no, wait a second.
I think that he went there thinking he was a real Jedi, but very early on in his little shtick with the family doing the Jedi mind trick, I think Obi-Wan probably realized this is not real.
I mean, is he really doing anything bad? He's helping those people, right?
Is he? We don't know where those shuttles are going.
That's true, yeah. Good point.
That's I mean, best case scenario, yes, he's just charging them an arm and a leg, but I mean, that would be normal anyway to smuggle someone off planet. And so are we supposed to think that that family that he helped, the little boy, was showing signs of being a Force user?
I think so.
He made that comment about, like, us Jedi, we have to protect our own, like, your son, like, won't be safe here, whatever, with his powers, or I don't know.
That's the impression I got.
Yeah. I just thought it was just funny because he was so dramatic about it on purpose, and it just seems so stupid but funny about, like, I'm in your mind right now.
I'm now exiting your mind.
Oh, and this is skipping forward again, but at the very end when he faces off with Reva, both times I watched it, I just laughed out loud when he's like, how much is my bounty now? 1 million? 2 million?
Yeah, he was fun. But
what's his name? Haja?
Yeah. He tells Obi-Wan to go
basically tells him where the criminal underworld is. If he wants to go to the sewers, then where to go to find,
To
the
go join a spice lab.
yeah.
And the spice lab is just the perfect place because that's where Leia is, right?
Yep. Now, this whole cat and mouse game of apparently Reva knowing that Obi-Wan was going to come and they set the trap perfectly was a little bit
Stupid.
of a stretch. Like, you guys have a lot of faith in Obi-Wan that he's going to find the exact spice lab on this massive, what we can only assume is a criminal planet because all communications are jammed because the entire planet wants their privacy to do their illegal dealings.
And why wouldn't she be nearer to the trap? Why is she so far away from it? Like, here's Leia. Well, how about you stand in the next room? And then she's like, no, I'm halfway across the city waiting for him. Like, so you're going to trust it to these bounty hunters to catch Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah. If she was on planet, which she was, why was she so far away?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd understand if she wasn't on the planet. But, I mean, Obi-Wan was not in custody for very long. Literally, like, 2 minutes before he escaped them. So, it's not like he was in a cell for a day and she traveled from Tatooine or wherever she was in the galaxy over to Dayu. She was literally, like, 20 blocks away.
But why was she even 20? Why was she even 1 block away?
Right.
That's my question. Are there multiple Leias?
Right. So I do like that the little, the head bounty hunter guy is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Did you know that?
Don't even know who they are.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I know who they are. I don't know who he is.
I think he's the guitar player, it's a bass player or something.
Cool. Whatever.
Big Lakers fan. Anyway, so that was fun to see him. I mean, we saw him in episode 1 too. But Obi-Wan gets away immediately by dousing them in spice, so they all get high. And he puts on his gas mask and finds Leia. And then proceeds to take her through the city trying to escape.
Yeah, the whole part of this, the act 2 of this episode is kind of forgettable. It's a lot of silly running around trying to avoid being seen, but being in the most populated places with the little girl and in Jedi robes. I was just like, really? Are we supposed to believe this right now? So I didn't really get it. It's really Act 3 that matters the most, right?
I didn't have a huge problem with it, but I didn't feel like there was a super awesome chemistry between Obi-Wan and Leia. Appropriately, he's kind of stressed out because he's like, we need to get out of here. But yeah, but we also have this like whole subplot of the friction between Reva and the Grand Inquisitor going on.
True.
So the Grand Inquisitor like confronts her, like basically calls her out, like you kidnapped an Imperial Senator's daughter. Because at this time in the galaxy, it's the Galactic Empire, but Palpatine is still operating with a full Senate, and like it's not. He hasn't, dissolved the Senate. They don't have the Death Star. Like it's kind of like the Republic, but just Palpatine is going to rule in perpetuity instead of having, being elected out. And so, yeah, that's a very high profile public thing to do, to kidnap a senator's daughter. I mean, there's no evidence that they have yet that it was the Inquisitors, but
I mean, she found Obi-Wan.
Right.
I still don't understand this whole. I said it on Friday. I don't understand this. As Inquisitors, we have morals that we stand by. Like, no, you don't. That's what I don't get.
Yeah. Well, and what's this whole, like, the Grand Inquisitor is like, well, you just showed what you are. You're the least of us. I'm like,
She's the
what?
one getting action. She's the one getting results.
I just don't get it. I don't get what the Grand Inquisitor is so bothered by.
Yeah, me too.
Other than at least they spun it, which kind of makes more sense, that he's like, well, now that you've created this mess, I'm at least going to take credit.
Right.
And I will bring Obi-Wan in and take the credit for it. So Reva is like, no, you're not. I'm going to do my own thing. And she releases the GQ cover of Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan, across the entire planet to all the bounty hunters. And so now everyone's on high alert.
Do you think the Jedi had like picture day at the Jedi Temple? Where did that picture come from?
I think they did.
Is
company
the librarian?
headshots.
Is she having people come in and do headshot day?
Yep, during orientation, they're like, yo, got to get your headshot. Everyone wears badges here. No badge, no entry into the Jedi Temple.
Where did the headshot come from?
I mean, that was basically, the Jedi Temple was basically a government agency.
That's true.
mean, that would have been security clearances. They would have needed full facial scanning technology.
But with that face, he could open any Imperial loadout screen, right? Because all it needs is a face.
That's right. But anyway, so they're running around, obviously. They're trying to get off. There's a few funny moments where he's like trying to buy the little green cape, and she starts putting on the gloves, and he's like, you don't need those. And she doesn't say anything. And he's like, all right, we're buying the gloves too. We're getting those ones too.
Where's he get all these credits from?
Yeah, how is he getting credits? I mean, is that off of his pay from, slicing some space stingray blubber? Like, what is that?
You're still not convinced it's a crate dragon?
No, that's a big stingray. The second time I watched it, I was convinced. I'm like, that thing looks like a stingray.
Yeah. How many large creatures can Tatooine support?
Seriously.
Anyway.
So I agree with you. This middle part I feel like is a little bit forgettable. Even when he's up on the roof and he's shooting against all these bounty hunters that have him cornered, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
They're not going to get him.
But he
didn't have the line, though. He didn't have the primitive weapon line.
I know. I'm telling you, he's self-conscious. He hasn't ignited that lightsaber in 10 years. He's like, I don't even know. I might slice my hand off. I don't know how to use this thing.
Yeah, that's true. Does he have Anakin's with him right now?
I don't think so, but maybe he does. I want to see him start dual wielding. Can you imagine that? I want to see him throw Anakin's lightsaber into the air, and what comes off screen catches it. A little Force ghost hand, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn.
And they go toe-to-toe against Anakin?
That's right.
Darth Vader?
I've actually thought about this. How are they going to have these duels with Vader and Obi-Wan and nobody win? Because they obviously, they're going to have another duel, and it's not going to be to the death. And I thought, what if in the middle or at the climax of the duel, Force Ghost Qui-Gon shows up and is like, knock it off. And it's the only thing that Vader / Anakin would even startle him enough or rattle him enough to be like,
quit it.
Because I have to believe that Anakin / Vader still would respect a Qui-Gon visit.
I would feel the fight would end similar to the Palpatine Yoda fight in the Senate.
And that's the reason I feel like we probably, I don't know how we're going to go back to Tatooine necessarily, because there's no way that the Vader duel happens on Tatooine.
No.
That's just too much of a dead giveaway.
Giveaway.
The Inquisitors / Vader cannot find out that Obi-Wan is connected to Tatooine at all.
Right.
So, but Anyway, so I don't know if he has Anakin's lightsaber, but he's fighting these bounty hunters. Leia. Oh yeah, this is the part where Leia doesn't know if she can trust him. That was the whole angle, because she sees his wanted sign on the other dead bounty hunter, and so she starts freaking out and starts running away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's what. So she's
how do we explain the whole? Years ago, you served my father in the clone army, and now in our desperate hour of need, I ask for your help. So she doesn't remember him busting her out of jail.
maybe she does, but maybe she says that in the R2D2 hologram message, because just in case it is intercepted, and she's just
Maybe so.
It's more of a political message. I don't know.
Nice.
But she falls off the roof because she is a child that thinks she can jump pull an Assassin's Creed and jump the length of a rooftop gap. Makes it barely halfway, is holding on by her fingertips on a metal cable. I'm like, all right. So this is the part where we get the manifestation of like, okay, is Obi-Wan closed off to the Force and he hasn't used it in 10 years, and this is like the first time he's using it?
Yeah, it looks like he's a bit rusty.
Yeah. And so he's thinking like, I gotta turn the Force back on.
Mm-hmm.
And he successfully
lowers her just in the nick of time,
gently to the ground. And then he must really be feeling the Force, because he used a few Force powers: Force dash, Forced run, Force jump, whatever,
down there fast
to get down to Leia in a millisecond. And when I watched it the second time, and I watched it with Corey, she was like, what happened to all the people that were shooting at him up on the roofs? I'm like, I guess, did he kill them all?
I don't know.
Because I think it does show that he does shoot one.
He misses. Or does he actually connect on one of them?
I don't know, actually, now. I don't know. But I mean, I didn't see him hit all of them. And how many were there? 2, 3? I don't know how many.
And the third sister's chasing him forever. I mean, my goodness. How long does it take her to get over there?
And she's doing, this is now a meme, she's doing the most intense parkour you've ever seen in your life. Like unnecessary parkour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If the Leia chase scene on Alderaan was under choreographed, this was over choreographed.
We can never be satisfied.
We just need to meet in the middle on these scenes here. But yeah, this is where Haja shows back up, and it seems like he feels sincerely like he does want to help Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he does have a cool. Oh, good. Ugh. It has a nice. This is a boring podcast. A boring episode. Forgettable Act 2. He does have a cool redemption, right? He has a cool. Like. And why does she not kill him instantly? I don't understand. Again. Doofus is entirely in your way, trying to stall, trying to get you to. And she's. Just runs away from him.
Yeah, I don't know, but the big thing with Haja at this point is I'm like, where is that shuttle actually going?
Right. Oh, that's a good point.
Did he actually help them escape, or no? Where is it actually going? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not going to Tatooine. It's not going to it's not going to Alderaan.
Right.
So I want to know what's happening. Anyway.
Mustafar. It's a shuttle to Mustafar.
And Leia's there. Leia's watching the Obi-Wan Vader duel. He's like, stay in the shuttle. She's just watching out the window while they're dueling. I mean, they could do anything at this point. But anyway, so Haja is like, don't worry, I'll buy you some time. Buys them no time and actually hurts the mission, because she pulls a Kylo Ren and force extracts some information from his mind. he does the great line about he thinks his credit is me, Haja, Jedi. And anyway. And then I think we get to the best part of the episode by far, which is the almost confrontation / showdown between the third sister Reva and Obi-Wan.
And Obi-Wan learns Darth Vader is Anakin. And Anakin lives. And it's quite the surprise for him. I mean, I kind of had the sense that this is... I think we talked about this long ago, that there's no way Obi-Wan thinks he's dead, and what's this reveal going to be like? And I think that this paid off really well. You know, he is obviously devastated that Anakin is now Darth Vader. I wonder if he's heard about Darth Vader. You know, the mumblings. Well, no, that doesn't make sense.
He knows he's Vader.
Yes.
Because of the security holograms.
Yeah, security tapes. So he hasn't heard of Darth Vader in the past 10 years. Is that right?
I think it's because of his exile on Tatooine. He's so secluded and in the Outer Rim that he has not heard that Vader is part of it. And I think that it's also canon, and I don't know if this is true, but I seem to remember from a few videos that Star Wars Explained has done that at this time and era of the Empire, the Emperor is not, like, Vader isn't a public figure. He's not like being paraded around as like the Emperor's right-hand guy. He's more of a in the shadows operative type person. He's
still a Jedi hunter, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it would be like everyone in the galaxy knows who Darth Vader is.
Okay.
Or Lord Vader or whatever they call him, you know, from the propaganda. But yeah, so I think the big reveal isn't that Anakin is Vader. It's that Vader is alive.
Right.
AKA Anakin is alive. Because Obi-Wan, I think in episode 3, legitimately thought that he left him there for dead on Mustafar. Now, I don't know about you, but my heart was beating so fast because I thought we were about to get Obi-Wan igniting the lightsaber.
Oh, I thought so too.
And so that's why I texted during that time. I was like, okay, here we go. And I was like, oh no, false alarm. Just a little tease. It was just a little tease. Because I thought it was going to be like Obi-Wan ignites the lightsaber. He duels. He gets beaten, but somehow escapes. But it shows like he's still rusty. He's not who he was. And so he almost loses this duel. But it didn't even happen. And I'm okay with that. But I was itching for it. I was like, oh, come on, Obi-Wan. Ignite the lightsaber.
Yeah. It calls to you.
But I mean, we don't even get the chance because homeboy Grand Inquisitor shows up.
Yeah, right time, right place.
And I mean, Obi-Wan's literally just standing behind a crate like 6 feet away. And these two Inquisitors can't get it together.
If we're supposed to be... I don't like how they've done Inquisitors in this show so far. I'm sure it'll change in the next episodes, but like in Rebels, they show up, you're like, oh, this is going down. In Jedi Fallen Order, like they're the big baddies until the very, very, very end, right?
Yeah. And
so now it kind of shows their incompetence, and I'm like, these guys aren't that scary, you know? Especially the Grand Inquisitor, you know?
Yeah. Well, he gets stabbed right through the gut.
Yeah.
And I mean, you and I talked about this on Friday night, and the internet is talking about it at large. There's no way that he's dead. They wouldn't retcon the entire Rebels show.
Right, right.
So he survives that otherwise fatal-looking wound. The thing is, what I didn't like about that decision was if you had not seen Rebels, then you would assume he's dead. Like, why did you have such a violent extreme way for her to be, insubordinate.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to have to explain, oh, yeah, that was, I mean, he's still alive, but yeah.
It's like when they had Darth Maul at the end of Solo. And if you hadn't watched Clone Wars, you'd have to be like, wait, him? Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, the Grand Inquisitor, I have to assume he's not going to be happy with Reva when he gets out of the Bacta tank. Grand Inquisitor is about to pull a Boba Fett. He's about to take me to the Bacta tank. Just anything that happens to anyone, like, get me to the Bacta tank.
Oh, that's hilarious. What was that episode? Didn't he say that to Black Chrysanthemum? No, he says it to his Gamorrean guards, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that show.
So anyway, Grand Inquisitor goes down. Obi-Wan takes his chance to skedaddle out of there. The third sister pursues, but they've taken off already. Sorry. Leia times it perfectly. She does the little key card, right? And the door closes, and Obi-Wan, he reminded me of when I was a kid and I tried to shut the garage door and run out the garage door but jump over the sensor before. That's exactly the move Obi-Wan pulled getting into that cargo shuttle.
Yeah. And then we have the final shot.
Which was so good. Oh, I was literally like chills. Like, oh, I felt like, obviously, sorry, you go ahead. What did you think of that scene?
Well, Obi-Wan calls out to him, right? Isn't that what happens?
I absolutely think that's what happened.
Yeah. And Anakin, doesn't answer, but is like, who?
Yeah, I think that it was more than just Leia being like, what's wrong? And him going, Anakin, and then showing us that Anakin is like in a Bacta tank. I think it was Obi-Wan reaching out to him through the Force, which he has not done in the last 10 years because he thought he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And he had kind of closed himself off to the Force. So if Anakin was trying to feel for him, maybe that wasn't working. So I think it was absolutely a recognition of Obi-Wan reached out, connected, and Vader opens his eyes like, I just felt Obi-Wan. Like, Obi-Wan's alive.
It has to be good. It has to be.
It has to be good. And my question is that the most screen time that Hayden's face is going to have in this series? Hayden Christensen has already said he's in the suit. So in all the scenes that Vader's in this, Hayden is in the suit, right? But I mean,
yeah.
Him being billed as like in the cast, like, all right, he's in the suit, but are we going to hear his voice or see his face? Or is it just was that it? We got the Bacta tank.
Well, I don't know. I hope we see more of them, but I mean, where else can they show?
I don't know. Did you hear, though, through Celebration that it's confirmed that Hayden will reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader in the Ahsoka show?
Yeah, I did. What's up with that?
Well, he's already dead in the timeline for that, so he must be a Force ghost. Or it'll be flashbacks.
Oh, yeah, flashbacks. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Listen, Obi-Wan is a great show. I'm so excited for the future. I think this is only going to go up from here.
It's definitely been like great setup episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for the payoff.
I agree. Did you hear Obi-Wan say, can't wait for you guys to see episodes 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10?
No, I thought this was only 6 episodes.
That's what I thought too. And so everyone on Twitter is like, wait a second, 10 episodes? Is there something more that we don't know about?
Good. I hope it is. Because a little bit, the only thing that I'm kind of was not concerned but sad about was I'm like, are we a third of the way through this already?
Yeah.
And that's been kind of, I think, a common critique that I have certainly felt, and many have felt that I've seen, feedback. These Star Wars shows, there's so much buildup in the beginning 3-4 episodes of a series, and then when it's only 6 or 7 episodes, you're like, we spent so much time building up, and it just was like, it was a slow burn to set up and then just over so quickly.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here. I mean, but I think I texted you on Thursday night, early Friday morning at 1:45 a.m. when I finished. I do think that when Ewan is on screen and in the scenes, it feels like a higher tier than when he's not.
Right. Yes. Agreed.
Which is, it's fine. It's not like the other scenes are bad or that, but like all the the Alderaan stuff, when it was just like Leia and the mom and the bounty hunters and even the Inquisitors and stuff, I'm like, it's when Ewan is on screen that you feel like this is big time.
Yeah, I agree.
But I like the other stuff too. I don't think that it's bad. It just, you can feel the difference. And so I think that will carry over when Ewan is interacting with Vader.
Oof. Let's do a quick roundup of all the other news we got. We got news of the sequel.
I don't even know. So many announcements were coming out, and I was like, what? Seeing stuff on social media, and I'm like, I'm not keeping up with it. You got to fill me in.
Let's hit the major stuff. Cassian Andor premieres TV show in August.
And that's going to be 2 seasons, 12 episodes each season.
Yeah.
Which is nice that they've announced that. Like, let's get a little bit of a longer running, that's not just an independent serial type thing.
Mandalorian season 3 is in February, so no Christmas that we suspected. It's now February.
And I did see that either today or yesterday, I don't know when, Jon Favreau confirmed that he is writing season 4.
Great. Love it. Babu Frick will be in Mandalorian season 3.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll watch it then.
Hey!
Hey!
We have some new cartoons. We have Tales of the Jedi, which is like an origin story for Ahsoka and Qui-Gon and
Dooku.
Yeah.
Like a young Dooku.
And then we have, oh gosh, what else?
So there's going to be I think it's live action. Jon Favreau's doing it. That's like called Skeleton Crew. That's about like kids.
Yeah, like E.T., Goonies. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jude Law will be in that one.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Then there's The Acolyte, which is 100 years pre-episode 1. So a High Republic time frame. Then we have Bad Batch season 2 is confirmed, and they showed a teaser. I guess actually they just released the convention trailer a couple hours ago. And what was the last thing? Oh, Jedi Fallen Order Survivor. Did you watch that trailer?
Yes.
Who is the guy in the tank?
In the back to tank? I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay. I thought I was like, am I supposed to know who that is?
And I saw this on social media, but I don't know if it was officially confirmed, but I was seeing people saying that they announced that Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie will be coming out in 2023.
Oh, wow.
But I
didn't see that.
I don't know if that's true, but I saw that.
And Rian Johnson's trilogy is confirmed.
Confirmed to be happening in 2047.
Yeah, whenever he's done with his Knives Out Netflix deal. Anyway, that's all. That's it for news. Wednesday, in just a couple of days, whenever we post this, is just a few days until another episode of Kenobi, episode 3. I'll be on business trip, but I'll try and get something filmed Wednesday night with Sean. But
I'll be here. I'm excited. Do you think that we're gonna get
Vader in 3?
You didn't even know what my question was, and you were shutting it down already.
We're not gonna see Darth Vader in episode 3.
I was gonna say, do you think that we're gonna get more Ewan McGregor in part 3?
And I think so. Yeah. I guess the real question is, when are we seeing Qui-Gon?
They've teased him too many times. He's got to be in it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a given he's in it. It's just, when are we seeing him?
And I think not only are we seeing him, I think Vader is gonna see him.
Woo, doggy!
I think he's gonna be there, like, refereeing the match. He's like, actually, Obi-Wan, that was kind of messed up. You didn't really carry out my vision for Anakin. And so I'm gonna allow this to happen. You guys need to figure this out.
There you go. Oh man, that'd be sweet. Hey, it's been over an hour. Plus Friday stuff. We better hop off.
That's all right, because we're splitting this into 2.
Oh, we are? Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Comment, subscribe, give us a like, share it with your friends. We're in desperate need of more viewers, so.
Yes, and we come out with regular content, so, they'll be rewarded by subscribing.
Yeah.
With every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Are we allowed to lie to people on YouTube?
Why not? What are they going to do?
Report us for false advertising. These videos aren't monetized, so I don't think we can get in trouble.
That's right.
# ad for Dads of Dagobah.
And Moms of Mandalore.
Moms of Mandalore. And Fathers of Fangorn when we launched our Lord of the Rings. Our Lord of the Rings podcast.
Oh, gosh. That'll be fun. And
Padres of Pixar. I sent you these ideas. I workshopped these, and you went radio silent. You didn't even validate me at all that I wanted to.
Well, I'm letting you work through them some more. Work through them a little bit more.
All right. Let us know in the comments down below. What have you thought of the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan? And
is it Revan or Reva?
It's definitely Reva. And how old do you think Leia is in this series? Does she look like a 10-year-old to you? And what episode do you think that we will see Obi-Wan finally ignite the lightsaber and do something significant?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is the way.
We have spoken.
And we've been spending time with the Dads of Dagobah.
That's right. Now
see you later.
Bye.